There's a point in our lives when we start experiencing worry, fear, depression, and self hatred. And that moment is the first time we are bullied, the first time we encounter this scary, horrible experience that no one understands. You don't know when it's going to happen. It could be in school, it could be at home. You feel unsafe in any of these places because these places that you used to love became a kind of jail, a hell, a place of feeling insecure. And once you're bullied emotionally, physically, or even online, you don't know who to go to, what to do. You are trying to decide, should I tell or should I keep it a secret? Or should I fight to survive and fight and see who's the strongest? Those are options that we all have to decide for ourselves. When I was bullied, I told on the bully, but no one really did anything about it. No one even caught the person. It was pointless. I felt sad, upset, and then I started to hate a part of me, hate this part that people bullied me about, hate the fact that I had to deal with being blind, hate the fact that people took that and put it against me, a little kid that didn't know what was wrong with me, which then led me to be insecure and afraid of the world, thinking that no one was willing to listen to me or get to know me because of this thing that was a part of me that I didn't really ask for. And I bet you felt the same. You have a part of you that people bully. If you're too tall or you're too short, or people think you're fat, or people think you're ugly, there is always something. You have a disability. They're gonna pick that part of you that they think is a weakness and turn it against you. The only thing that I thought of doing was hiding it so no one can find out. I didn't use the cane, the icon that showed everyone that I couldn't see. This part of you will never disappear. It's always going to be coming at you, and you have to accept it. Accept that part of you that people hate, because the reason people hate it is because it's bothering you, and they know that. And they know they can pick that out. So you have to figure out how to make that part of you a strength and ignore everyone else. There's always going to be bullies everywhere you go if you keep feeding into what they want you to feed. They want you to be afraid. They want you to make them feel stronger because they probably feel weak because they probably were bullied at home. They probably were bullied by their family, their friends, and they're just trying to take it out on you by doing the same to you. They don't know how to deal with their anger. They don't know how to deal with their pain. What better way to deal with that with you? But is that the answer to all of this? Do we need to be bullies? Do we need to be bystanders of bullying? Or do we need to stand up and finally realize that we can stop bullying? And we don't have to feel unsafe that we don't have a voice because we are the ones being bullied, and we feel like no one's listening, and we feel that people are going to think that we're weak because we didn't stand up to our bullies. Some people may say, I went through bullying and it builds character. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's so many things wrong with it. Do you know that a quarter of students are being bullied? 4,000 people are taking their lives because of bullying? Do you think that is right? Do you think that we want to take away the opportunity for a person to finish school, to finish high school, to finish college, to get a career? Do you want people not to do that? It's important to stand up for people that are being hurt. People don't start doing something until something gets out of hand, until they feel like the person's almost dying on the floor, unconscious. Just know that if you're the one that goes up there and helps someone, everyone's gonna start doing it because everyone's just following, everyone's just waiting for someone to do something about it. And if you're being bullied and still have these fears when you're older, you have to face those fears of being bullied from before, and you have to take care of them because they're going to build up into anger. You're going to become insecure. You're going to become upset, resentful of that time when you were bullied. You don't have to repeat that memory anymore because this is a new you in a new year, and it's not going to happen again if you can help it. Because no matter what, even if you're older, there's still going to be people that are gonna get on your nerves. There's still gonna be people that you don't like, and they might bully you at work. After I was bullied, I always said this never was going to happen again. If someone were to tell me something, I was going to fight back. I was going to get back at them no matter what. And at the moment, it does feel good getting back at that person, but later on, you feel guilty. I felt guilty. It took me years to figure this out. I wish I could have dealt with it sooner. I wish I knew that people were actually hurting when they bully you, that they're going through something difficult, that they're going through something painful, that they also don't know how to deal with their pain but to bully you. And your family or your friends or school, they don't have that time for you. They don't teach you how to deal with your emotions. Your emotions are going all over the place. You don't know other outlets to express them but towards other people through violence, through nasty comments. People often say nobody likes you, or even worse, they say go kill yourself. Those are the awfulest, worst comments you could tell someone. You can't tell someone to end their life. You don't know their story, and you don't know how they feel emotionally. You don't know if they're already sad. You don't know if they're depressed. You don't know if they're optimistic. And you commenting that just because out of nowhere, because out of anger, because you don't have that empathy, you don't feel the pain that they feel because you're saying it online. It's the only way you kind of feel better at the moment about yourself, because you don't really love yourself at the moment because you hate how you feel. And the other reason people bully is because they fear differences, which makes kids think that there's always something wrong with someone, because we don't know that, because we've been with our family. We don't know that there's different people in the world. We don't know that it's okay to accept everybody else, and there's a lack of education there. The only thing we learn as kids is saying please, thank you. All we learn is about our culture. We are not taught about different cultures when we're little before we start school. We are not given the opportunity to say hi to different types of people, people in wheelchairs, people that are blind, people that are short, people that are tall. Stop ignoring that there's a problem with bullying. Stop walking past people that are sad in the halls, that are just sitting there depressed, not knowing what could be wrong with them. And then they're going to be thinking, nobody cares about me. Nobody cares what I feel, what I think, what happened to me in school. Take a moment and stop. Who cares if you're late to class? Who cares if you're missing a test? It's more important that you help someone else, because that is a person that needs your help. The moment that you realize that you are good enough, that you shouldn't fear going to school, that you need to accept yourself, no matter if you're short, no matter if you're tall, no matter if you're ugly, no matter if you have a disability. Once you really learn to accept yourself, you're able to walk confidently, getting out there and really showing the world who you are. Because if you lose yourself and you hate that part of yourself, you're going to lose that authenticity that people need. People are going out there being fake with their social media, with their Instagram, posting things that are not even true. Don't let people mold your identity. Your identity is unique, and your identity is important to realize what you want to do with your life. If you let people mold that part of you just so you will be accepted by them, you will become what they wanted you to become. You will become that bully. You will become that victim that everyone knew or thought that you were. Do you want to be that victim? Do you want to be that bully? Or do you want to be yourself? Do you want to achieve something amazing? Do you want to get up and get out and realize your goals? Do you want to manifest your dreams? The only way to do that is to be you and like what you like and think what you think. Don't think that you are not important, that you don't belong in this world. You do belong in this world. And know that when you are bullied or you're a victim, that you have a voice and you're able to get up and get out of your bed and get out of your house and ask for help. There are hotlines now. There are groups online now that can help you. All you gotta do is use your voice. Don't give your power away to nobody. Don't make yourself feel less than, because people will feed off of it. People will take that power away and run with it. People will keep going and going until they feel unstoppable. Bullying is never going to stop until someone puts a stop to it. Stop thinking that you can't help anyone. Stop thinking that nobody wants help just because they don't ask for it. Some people don't know how to say, I need help. Some people are drowning in sadness, depression, resentment, anger. They hate that part of themselves. They don't know how to do it. That's why you should figure out how to help them, even if they haven't said anything. We have to learn to end this cycle of bullying, especially for kids and teenagers. It's a very important moment for them for growth, and growth stops when there's fear involved. And there comes a point where you feel stuck and you can't get out of that hole, you can't get out of that box. And it could take years to do that. I'm passionate about this subject because I was bullied and I'm not going to stand for that anymore. And I'm tired of hearing that people are being bullied and are ending their lives so short. It's time to finally figure this out. It's time to finally come up with outlets for people to express themselves and put their anger and different emotions into other subjects, other things they love. Some people are being hurt physically by others, picking on them, hurting them, beating them up, even at home in school. And that's horrible because physical pain can then lead to emotional pain. And some people keep silent, keep quiet, don't say anything, stay in the room, keep their head down, put a sweater over their head, put some earphones on so they won't have to hear the world around them, won't have to hear the comments of people, and just keep going on to school with their lives. But there's something going on, and there's something that they haven't said or expressed because they don't feel like their voice is being heard. You have to know your limits, and you have to feel safe, and you have to feel secure. You don't want it to take years to heal from the pain that bullying brings, because it took me forever. And now I know how it feels, and now I could share how I feel. And now that I know that bullying is a call and a cry for help from both the bully and the victim, I feel that both parties need to learn to heal and accept what happened to you, and know that it may take a long time or a little time to heal, but that's okay. You can do it. You can deal with what's going on. And if you're too shy to tell your story or tell someone, write it down. Send someone a letter, call someone, leave a message. Do what you can to get your voice heard. It's not necessary to talk. You don't have to be embarrassed to ask for help. We all want to be loved. We all want to be accepted. We all want to graduate. We all have goals and dreams. Know that you're important and that you are needed in this big scheme of things, because we need you. We need you to be that voice. We need your help. We need you to create new things. We need you to be a part of this expansion and growth of consciousness. And we need you to teach others what you know. And it's time to get out of this fear. It's time to finally realize that you have something to share. And I will always say this in this video, we all have something to share. And that's why I share my own opinion, because I know it's important to share it. And I don't care if you agree with it or not, but I am taking everything I learned, everything I know, and putting it into a way that you can understand. And it also helps me understand what I've been through and gone through, and it helps me heal, and I hope it helps you heal. And if it did, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.